So I headed out in the middle of the night, absolutely dark. Because the winds were still favorable, I chose to keep moving forward. The batteries were very low, and in the morning at 2 p.m. I barely reached the harbor while my batteries turned off at 0% and barely managed to secure safe harbor. Now let's rewind a couple days. It's a rainy winter day in the north. I'm docked in Mariehamn, an island between Sweden and Finland. It's cold, but I'm heading down to Spain with my hand-built solar-powered Explorer. Despite the low sunlight, we're moving out to cross the pass towards Sweden. I'm course to my destination and the sea's easy going right now, so we have time to do cooking. Right now I'm making one of my favorites, beef and eggs. I got these beautiful eggs. It's very beautiful here, but I do have to get south quickly. I ordered a charger to one of the cities ahead on my journey, and my current objective is to get there, and then I can charge at marinas to get much faster down to the south. I'm tired, a bit seasick, and I've been sailing through the entire night. I have crossed the opening between Åland and Sweden. The waves have been 1.2 meters from the side, and the ride has been fairly smooth. So I had to put my alarm at 2 a.m. to catch the best weather window with some wind coming from the back getting me forward. I only had 35% charge in my batteries when I left, and all the days after this one will also be cloudy, rainy. I better take advantage of some wind. After over 6 hours in the complete darkness, I'm happy to see some light as well as the first islands of Sweden. A couple rays of sunlight bless this moment as they shine through the clouds. It was truly a heroic journey. It was slightly stupid, but also very important. So that was the first proper field test, and I'm very happy to be alive. The waves were much larger than I expected, roughly 1.2 meters, and I was also caught in some cross waves. So I headed out in the middle of the night, absolutely dark, at 2 a.m. to catch the weather window to get as far as possible today. The hull really cuts through the waves and is fairly stable. However, it's a bit top heavy, or the center of balance could be slightly lower. Right now it is already at a very high standard. It's self-righting, so you could toss it upside down and it would flip back to its original position. However, because it doesn't have a deep keel or very heavy build, it tends to roll quite a lot in the waves. That is not so comfortable, and also it makes the boat slower. The improvement I could make before heading out to the Atlantic would be to replace my roof solar panels with something slightly lighter. These panels were accidentally by face-off, so it means they're roughly 25 kilos heavier. If I could take that 25 kilo away and put it under the waterline, it would be a huge difference. And then on top of that, adding, let's say, 30 kilos of food, water, and maybe a heavy electric scooter, to just add ballast while still keeping the boat relatively light. And if I wanted to make this super stable, I could also add another one of my Pylontech 4.8 kilowatt batteries. Currently I have 3, so adding one would increase the performance significantly and add 38 kilos at the absolute bottom of the hull. I'm so tired. My batteries are almost completely empty, but I have arrived to the anchorage, which is protected from the northern winds. There's the anchor. We can see through the clear water. And the boat is parked here safely, and we're actually getting some sunlight. I'm gonna go take a look at how much power we're generating currently. What a heroic journey. Now I'm just gonna sleep for a while. I'm just resting here, and the boat is resting as well. Both of us are recharging. What I love about the Helios 11 prototype so far is the incredibly low draft. Right now, as I lifted up the engine, the draft is roughly 30 centimeters, so I can almost drive anywhere and definitely anchor anywhere. Additionally, I've been able to increase my travel speed by taking these difficult and normally dangerous shortcuts, and this makes the yacht even faster than normal sailing vessels that have a very deep draft usually. I had a long nap while the batteries were charging. I feel so much better now, and we have approximately 25% charge, which is gonna be enough for tomorrow's short journey. Now let's go take a look at this island and hop on to my little dinghy. The winter archipelago of the north is hauntingly beautiful. Not a soul out here. It's just me, my prototype boat, and the silent nature. My batteries are almost completely empty. We can see here the voltage is dropping pretty low. Here I'm reaching an incredible but absolutely boring roughly 3 knots with just 300 watts. My batteries are completely empty and I'm just slowly cruising on the solar charge. Currently I'm getting 400 to 600 watts. The weather is cloudy and the sun is barely over the horizon. Even in winter, I believe the Swedish archipelago is among the most beautiful places on Earth. We got these cozy houses along the islands, and just going through them slowly with my boat brings me joy, and the journey doesn't feel that long. This is why I want to live at the sea. It's such a beautiful morning, and today it looks like we're getting at least a couple hours of sunlight. So now it's time to head out and potentially travel a bit faster because of the increased daylight. Now the sun is up, I need a shower, but we're generating 1,100 kilowatts roughly. The sun is barely up. It is part cloudy, so 1.1 kilowatt is very promising. I expect to get closer to 2000 watts on regular semi-sunny days and 3000 to 4000 during the time when the sun is much higher than here. Right now in the Nordic winter, the sun barely rises any higher than this. With this moderate 1.1 kilowatt energy input, we can travel at roughly 4.5 knots indefinitely. Currently, I'm just driving with 650 watts in order to charge up my battery that is almost completely empty. I've been pushing it the last few days, even driving through the night and having my battery go off because it reached 0%. That was a scary moment, but now we're here, the sun is shining, and let's not hit anything. I need to take a look at the navigator. And let's take a look at another battery system I have on board. This one is the 1 kilowatt power bank that is charged by the panels on the side of my front window. Let's see what we're currently generating. 80 watts, that's fairly good. My laptop is draining roughly 50 watts when I use it, and the phones and other devices don't take that much. So this 1 kilowatt battery station here is good addition to my 14 kilowatt main array of batteries for the engine. Swim in the boat. I just stopped right here in the sunlight. The battery is charging and I will take a cold bath. 10 degrees. Look what I found in the propeller. It's a good idea to go swimming. Alright brother, I'm gonna give you the 360 tour of the boat. It's kind of messy still. I just have everything thrown around here. I had to go in a hurry in the morning from the harbor, but yeah, here you can see most things. Probably we need windows back here, although I keep it open in summer. And here we're gonna have more mats. When it gets summertime, I'm gonna swap this real side. It's wool and white is much better. This addition of green definitely is like a very good combination here. There you can see the colors, very good together. The guitar also when you take it out. And this is the part that still looks like a project. Yeah, this room is really gonna look nice when you make some improvement. I'm on the last stretch to my journey to Nyn&auml, roughly 18 nautical miles left. I have 12 to 15% battery left in the tank, and I'm driving with 300 watts to get there potentially, and going 2.8 knots on average. I'm gonna help out with the paddle as much as I can to really get there tonight. A beautiful calm evening. The engine is humming silently, and it ain't so bad getting a bit of exercise. I think I'm generating roughly 50 watts right now, and that is definitely something compared to the 300 watt engine. So I'll keep paddling for several hours to make it all the way to my destination where I have my charger. This is the mission. Finally, we get to Nyn&auml, a really cozy town, and I head straight toward the post office to grab my 54 volt rapid output bike charger, and then I strap it into my system, and it works. I'm glad that my simple engineering skills are enough for this. I plugged it in straight to the batteries. With my new charging system up and running, I will gain considerable charge whenever I spend time at marinas. If I spend 2 nights, I will always have full battery, and that feels very good to have when in the Nordic winter. The following days I sail 10 to 14 hours straight with a cruise speed of 4 to 5 knots to maximize my range. I sail through the day and through the night. I just need to get south. Funny thing I've discovered on my journey is that most of the marinas are closed for winter, but still I can go dock for free and sometimes even get electricity for free. The briefly sunny mornings are glorious. The sun warms up the cabin and it gets very cozy. Here you can see I've laid out 3 additional solar panels on the rear. I'm looking forward to build a proper structure so that I can keep these panels here, generating 200 to 550 watts of additional power whenever I'm out sailing. This is the town of Archipelago, a small Swedish coastal town. They're beautiful, yet sad. There are no people left and almost no life at all. Only in the summer can we have cheerful people all around here, but the winters and autumns get very dark. This beautiful day I'm gonna head out from Arkösund. The wind is very good and today I'm gonna cover a lot of distance. I'm eating a hearty breakfast here of boar egg, red onion. It's super delicious, and I'm testing out this interesting idea. You've all heard of superfoods. So bee pollen is super nutrient dense, actually contains a lot of protein as well and a lot of vitamins, minerals. So I'm gonna eat this as my main source of carbs for an extended period of time and see what happens. 42 grams of carbohydrates, almost 26 grams of protein, and this is a very high level of food. It's not like eating some bread. This is expensive, this is elite. Let's see what happens if I can transform my energy levels by eating superfoods for calories. This night I just stopped at a random island and threw the anchor in the water. The following morning we're heading out toward Öland and we're greeted by seals. Finally, I made it to the harbor of Bukselkrok in Öland, an island east of Sweden. And in the pitch black darkness, I again had to maneuver into the harbor. It was a rather perilous journey, and also the wind picked up much more than expected. And now the first thing I want to do is to plug in my charger, and then I'll be ready to head out once again tomorrow toward sunnier climates. I just love these peaceful yet cold mornings. I can sit down, eat breakfast, get some work done. This is a summer town and there's literally nobody here. There's a small store here on the other side of the road and I'm gonna check it out if there's some food. There was not much at the store. I found some water and more minced beef. I know, I'm quite the shopper. It's completely cloudy, but we can take a look at how much energy we're currently producing. The next couple days I keep moving south at a steady pace while visiting cities and towns on the Swedish coastline. I work a lot on the computer, on my mission logs and videos, as well as future plans for building larger solar yachts and even ships. We've come a long way south, but the winter front is also moving south. So this is the first morning that I have frost on my sun deck. The night was below 0 degrees. I'm sitting inside of my warm sleeping bag. This is the best day so far on my journey. Even though I'm super tired, we got sunlight for the first time. The entire day is completely blue skies and we're getting a bit of sunlight even though the sun angle is very low. It's barely rising above the horizon here in the Nordic winter. But we're moving forward and the comfortable part is that it's actually a bit too hot right now. I have all the windows closed, so the cabin of the boat is getting very hot. Today I'm making my longest crossing here in the south of Sweden. It's roughly 65 nautical miles, straight open seas. Now I've reached the most southern towns of Sweden. It really starts feeling like I'm in a different place than home, far away from Finland. And this is the furthest I've ever traveled by my own strength. I'm talking about not using commercial flights, but traveling by your own means. It feels very empowering. We're very close to Germany and the canals of Europe that will lead us to the warmth of the Mediterranean. But a sudden threat appears. Winter is coming. Suddenly the landscape changes, the temperature drops, and everything is covered by snow. While waiting out most of the harsh weather, I get a significant upgrade for my boat life. An electric scooter. Now I can just head out directly from my boat, travel to cities, to stores, and explore all the beautiful countries I've yet to discover.
Good morning. It's been a cozy and warm night here. The bed is well insulated, so despite the weather looking very terrible yesterday in the evening, it's been quite comfortable and now the sun is shining again. The snow is melting off the panels and today looks like a beautiful day to head out further south. Feels amazing to show you this wonderful journey. Now we're getting prepared to head out further south toward the canals of Europe and then down to the warmth of the Mediterranean. Stay tuned for the adventure, and as always, don't forget to get out there.